I'm Lorna Bartholomew, and I'm a nursing sister. Lorna Bartholomew. I'm a nursing sister. Most religions in the West are accepted by the people of the West, but for some reason Islam seems to have a very bad press. Why is this?
Very bad what?
Very bad press.
Bad place.
Bad press. Place assigned to Islam by the Western people.
Yes.
Correct?
No, press, I think you said
Press.
tabloid press.
Tabloid press, yes.
Whatever the press...
The media doesn't like
No, the media also does it
Yeah.
in a different manner, in a more graceful manner, and sometimes even more hurtingly. The history of this attitude goes back to the time of Saladin.
Crusades.
Yes, Crusades. During that period, it was Saladin who stood like a stone wall between the growth of the West across into the area where oil was discovered later on. And the military powers, the military mights of the West. Britain also suffered heavy defeats at the hands of Saladin during the time of King Richmond?
Richard II.
King Richard III. Or second?
Second.
Second, King Richard III, second. Now, all the history of that area, all the history of that period has been throughout suppressed and distorted, particularly by the British people. Only in the recent past, some mad companies, bad from a British point of view, have started revealing the history on some television and telling the world that throughout that period our behavior has been so cruel, so immoral, so unchristian, and sometimes so beastly, that the people whom we gave quarters ourselves on the condition that nothing will happen to you, we slaughtered each one of them, even to the detail of small children suckling babies. If you had seen that series of films, it was in fact a shuddering thing for the whole soul to be shattered in the values which people sing about, and exactly the opposite exists. So it is no blame. I don't blame the British people of today for the history of the past few hundred years, but I blame the politicians for behaving in the same manner today, but subtly so. They are afraid of a rise of a sensible power in the Middle Eastern countries, etc., which should be sensible so that they cannot touch it. They enjoy the fools. They like the fools to ride the economy and the politics of the Muslim countries, so that their foolishness is used against themselves. They like the medievalists to command the affairs of their country, so that they can show you, look here, this is there, this is Khomeini, this is this is that. And they do not want sensible people to rise to power. And I have experienced it myself. I have learnt it the bitter way. During the noise about Salman Rushdie, I called a press conference. It was so well attended that all the national media and all the small regional media were present from different parts of the world, of the United States. It was in a big hotel, a big hall. Everybody participated with such enthusiasm and so on and so forth. I convinced them of the wrong attitude which the British government is taking towards Salman Rushdie, he should have been condemned, at least for the indecency, which they never did. But the wrong attitude of other Muslim governments towards him, which we also condemn as wrong, it was highlighted as if this was Islam. And Islam stands for burning the books, Islam does this and does that. And the entire media was after Islam. While what I did there in 2 or 3 hours time, I proved to them that it was not Islam at work. I proved to them that during Isabella and Ferdinand's time, if Islam is at work today, then you should accept that Christianity was at work during the time of Ferdinand and Isabella. It was Christianity of that period which was responsible for the heinous crimes against humanity. I don't accept it, I told them. Would you accept? They said no. See, why do you accept that Khomeini's misbehavior and stupidity should be blemished on Islam? This is Islam, this is the Holy Quran. The nutshell of that is that you can condemn indecency, but you cannot condemn indecent to death. They're two different things. Now, the whole hall repeatedly expressed their open agreement with what I said. But in the end, I said something which dampened them. I said, thank you so much for agreeing with everything which I say. But in tomorrow's press, there will be no mention of this. You want violent answers. You want a religious medievalist instead of me to answer these questions and accept all the responsibility of stupid, mad behavior in religion, of taking hold of other people's laws and permitting murder of people, not in their own territory, but across into another political territory. Where does Islam or any religion or any common sense permit you to do this? But if I had said that, then my picture will be flashed on the first pages and the whole paper will be full of this. So tomorrow you'll see. And who was the gentleman who was so friendly to us, Mr. of the New York Times, or Sunday Times?
Mr. Mortimer? Yes.
Mr. Mortimer was present, so he was so embarrassed by this challenge that he put a small print line, printed a small print line and said, this is what he said. Very, very little difference. The entire media was silent, completely silent. So they are not so ethical as you believe they are. The media is governed by the people who own the media. And they are always motivated by things which are not right, which are not honest, which are not ethical or moral. That is the main problem you are suffering from today. Right? Thank you. Anything else?